Hey, what's up guys? Jordan Schumacher here, and in this video and in the next few videos, we're really going to be diving deep and covering the nuts and bolts behind Facebook advertising, the Facebook advertising platform, business manager, all that good stuff, and actually how to actually start creating profitable campaigns and using Facebook ads to generate a profit in your business. In this video, we are going to be covering the Facebook business model, because if you don't understand Facebook's incentive, and if you don't understand what Facebook is looking for from advertisers and from customers, you're not going to be able to create profitable ads, and you're not going to be able to actually use the Facebook algorithm to work for you instead of against you. So let's take a look. In this video, we are going to discuss the Facebook business model. And so in order to understand how the behind the scenes magic of the Facebook ad platform works and really how to get the most out of Facebook advertising, it's necessary to first understand the Facebook business model itself. And so as we all know, Facebook obviously provides a free service to consumers. Facebook provides a free platform for people to communicate with their friends and family, to share ideas, pictures, video, posts, websites, and other forms of content, right? That's the Facebook that we all know. And Facebook is able to monetize this service by selling advertising space in the form of sponsored posts and ad placement to independent advertisers like you and I. Now, Facebook is constantly measuring, split testing, and monitoring everything to see what their users respond to best. Maybe you've noticed a friend or family member have different features on their Facebook app, for example, a slightly different layout or new features. This is an example of Facebook split testing in action. They're constantly testing new features to see how their users interact and engage with them. And this is because Facebook's absolute number one objective over anything else is to provide a fantastic user experience to ultimately get their users to log in as frequently as possible and to stay engaged with their platform for as long as possible. Facebook ruthlessly prioritizes this objective above everything else, including you as an advertiser. If it came down to it, Facebook would absolutely ban you from their platform without hesitation if it meant their users would be happier. Facebook cares about their users and the user experience more than anything else. It's in Facebook's best interest to prioritize user experience above everything else because, one, the more time people spend on Facebook, the more data Facebook can collect about them, and as a result, serve them more relevant content, which consists of both other user posts and advertisements, which ultimately becomes a positive feedback loop. The more times people spend on Facebook, the more relevant and interesting content they will see, which as a result causes them to spend more time on Facebook ad infinitum. The second reason that it is in Facebook's best interest to prioritize user experience above everything else is because people's time and attention is a zero-sum game. Like, there's only 24 hours in a day at max, right? And so if people begin to spend less time on Facebook, that means by definition they're spending that time and attention somewhere else, which has a direct negative impact on Facebook's bottom line. If in a hypothetical world people spent every waking moment on Facebook, Facebook would be the only place you as an advertiser could advertise, because that's where people's attention is at. And as a result, Facebook would be a very, very, very profitable company. If people stop visiting Facebook, the other extreme, then as a result, Facebook becomes an unattractive option or a worthless option for you as an advertiser, and Facebook goes out of business. And so this is why Facebook prioritizes the user experience above everything else. And the third reason is ultimately the more time people spend on Facebook, the more ads they see and the more revenue that Facebook will generate as a result. Now, what you need to understand from the consumer perspective is that most people don't actually log into Facebook to look at ads, believe it or not. I do. That's one of the primary reasons I log into Facebook, but I make up 0.0000001% of the population. Believe it or not, most people don't actually log into Facebook to look at ads, which means that for most people, there is a very real limit to the number of ads someone will tolerate in their newsfeed before getting fed up and logging out of Facebook or otherwise decreasing their engagement. And you better believe that Facebook has calculated this tolerance level to the decimal for each of its users. And so we're left with the sort of Facebook has two opposing motives to cater to. Facebook has to cater to the consumer's desire for cat gifts and entertainment, and pictures of their cousin Sally's new baby, and Facebook has to cater to the advertiser's desire to serve ads that monetize the consumer, with ultimately Facebook in the middle trying to optimize the experience of both parties and try and balance out the desires of both of these parties. But remember, Facebook's number one priority will always be the consumer user experience. I want to make this very clear. This is their number one priority. It will always be their number one priority for as long as they are in business. So the question we have to ask ourselves then is, how does Facebook actually balance the opposing agendas of consumers who just want to be entertained and sort of waste some time, and advertisers who want to show as many ads to as many people as possible, without ultimately becoming a spam fest? So how does Facebook balance those two opposing agendas while keeping the quality and the user experience as high as possible? The answer to that is really genius, and it is this: the advertising auction. The Facebook ad auction place is the mechanism that balances these two opposing desires, and we'll talk all about that in the next video.